Oh, it's good. We about to tap into another video, the politics news type of video. Let's tap in.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, as they say, nothing signals we've got everything under control, like total dysfunction, in-party fighting, mutiny, trying to overthrow your current political party and leadership. Nothing says we've got everything under control, like the complete desperate flailing that we're seeing on the Democrat side. Yep, you guessed it. I guess this is just the way that it's gonna be, definitely till the Democrat convention. Anytime Joe Biden blunders or Donald Trump happens to have a good day in the media, we're going to see full-on Democrat meltdown and more calls for Joe Biden to step down. That's obviously exactly what's happening. The Democrats are desperately panicking, calling for a last-minute switch of Democrat leadership. Now, obviously, if you guys exist on X or any other social media where the public conversation is happening, you know exactly what's going on. There's big speculation that Joe Biden is going to step down. Let's have a conversation about all of it. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, I'm sure you guys are seeing it. There's all kinds of people all over X promoting X, Y, and Z candidate. This is the person that must replace Joe Biden. The one name I keep seeing these days is Governor Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania. A lot of leftoids posting this clip right over here.
I grew up in a comfortable middle-class home. My mom, a school teacher, she was a public school teacher in Philly till she had me and my siblings, and she was an educator later in her life. My dad was just like the local pediatrician, the local baby doc. And they were very focused on helping others. And also, as I said before, Charlamagne, faith played a really central role in our lives. Every Friday night, we were around that Sabbath dinner table, something my wife and I continue to do for our kids today, grounding us in our faith and our faith that teaches us to go out and work for others.
And then saying, if this guy runs, Trump doesn't stand a chance. He just wins. The same thing we heard from Bill Maher not too long ago, suggesting that Gavin Newsom replace Biden because he's the guy who can beat Trump.
One reason I want him to run for president, well, is because he's obviously a winner. This guy could do it. It's insane that we have the guy, but we can't run him because we have to tiptoe around Biden and define a winner.
A whole lot of Democrat copium. This is the candidate to beat Trump, and that's the candidate to beat Trump. Leftoids are getting real excited in their copium-induced.
Yeah, man. They want Biden back, but man, Biden not doing nothing. I'm telling you, you know what I mean? Like he's a joke. You know what I mean? Like, hey, the man could barely walk. You know what I mean? He could barely even wipe his own ass at times. Like, he can't even get tissue, like the correct tissue and stuff. Like, come on, man. Like, I feel like we is going to end up seeing Trump back in office, though. Like, I kind of do feel like that. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about that.
Dreams. Essentially, they've given up on Joe Biden and they're trying to move on to the next big thing. And mostly this is happening due to the increased calls for Joe Biden to step down. We're seeing more prominent Democrats joining in, trying to get Joe Biden to step aside. And so Democrats are trying to remain hopeful, thinking that if they simply replace Joe, that automatically all their problems go away. But I'll just keep saying it, that simply won't happen. That isn't the case. I mean, I don't really know what these people are thinking. Replace Joe Biden 3 months ahead of Election Day with almost no political track record from the state of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, because why exactly? Because he's a well-spoken, middle-aged white man? That seems to be the only thing I can gather. Democrats are pointing the finger at anybody who fits the Gavin Newsom bill and just saying, pick that guy, that's the guy who solves all our problems. I'm just not buying it. Democrats keep posting this link. First major poll since assassination attempt shows Trump losing to a younger Democrat in swing states. Basically, there was an Emerson poll that asked voters who would you vote for, Donald Trump or an unnamed young Democrat, and supposedly Trump is losing to the unnamed young Democrat, and for some reason...
Damn. He's losing to the younger Democrat? Damn, man. Arizona, damn, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin? Damn. I mean, but, like, is that even accurate? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but damn. Yeah, man. I mean, the younger Democrat, it kind of look like like the country gonna be in complete ass. You know what I mean? Like, damn, y'all vote for the young Democrat? who's the young Democrat? Like, ain't he like who is he? Like, is he unknown? Like, who is
And that proves that literally any Democrat who's just Joe Biden's Jr. is instantly the key to victory. Come on, can somebody miss me with this stupid crap? An unnamed Democrat. That kind of survey obviously cannot be trusted. It's not scientifically sound at all. Because basically you're putting Trump, who's got political baggage like any other normal human being in the world of politics, you're putting a known commodity with the good, bad, and the ugly versus an idea. A young, forward-thinking, common-sense Democrat. It sounds lovely. I know Democrats are celebrating this poll, but there's only one problem. Democrats, you don't have a young, common sense Democrat to run. For some reason, this poll is supposed to change this. What you're seeing here on the screen, I think, is a poll that was conducted roughly 2 weeks ago, showing Donald Trump versus every potential Democrat contender with significant name recognition. Kind of an important factor. You need name recognition if you're going to jump in with 3 months left. You can't exactly be starting from zero with Josh Shapiro. But what do you notice? Trump leads across the board, and this is before the attempt on his life. The simple fact here is, and I'm going to repeat it, I know I've said it a million times, but Democrats simply don't have another option. And they've also got a problem with picking another option. As pollster Frank Luntz puts it, there are some Biden replacements who could give Trump a, quote, run for his money, but none of those candidates are Kamala Harris. And that right there is a huge, fundamental problem. See, Democrats are calling for Joe Biden to drop out of the race. There's also speculation, and there's even been some reports that Joe Biden's already agreed to step aside, and, quote, he has no intention of endorsing Kamala Harris. That's a huge problem. Who's supposed to be next in line if the president can no longer carry his duties? It's supposed to be his vice president. And now again, we come to that same fundamental.
ain't Joe Biden? I mean, Judge Joe Brown even said Kamala Harris behind closed doors she was doing everybody just to move up in a higher position. I mean, come on now, like they how they say these IG thoughts, you know what I mean? Like she was moving around climbing a ladder. I mean, come on now, like you gotta put two to two together. Like, come on, like nah, I don't really trust Kamala Harris. Like I don't really trust her like that. You know what I mean?
Mental problem. We're 3 months away from Election Day, maybe 4 months, I don't know, didn't do the calendar math. You get the point, we're really close to Election Day, and not only are Democrats talking about pulling their candidate off the ballot, but they're also talking about scrapping the vice president, essentially, and just building a brand new ticket in a way. Even if Kamala Harris stays on as vice president, it's still a brand new ticket. It doesn't make any sense. It would signal utter dysfunction, and on top of all of it, it probably also wouldn't go so well with young voters and people of color, as Sonny Hostin puts it.
Kamala, if she is leapfrogged and there's just some open convention, no Democratic nominee can win without the black vote. Black women will not support Kamala Harris being looked over. Why? Because she is ready, overlooked. But she is ready to be the president. She's been in the Oval Office with him. She's been in the Situation Room with him. How dare people suggest that she is incompetent?
It's possible that if they skipped over Kamala Harris, that would be viewed as the ultimate FU to black voters across the nation. You mean to tell me that that's your genius play, Democrats?
What's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000 or more, here are 3 easy solutions you can start implementing today.
And to tell me that that's your genius play, Democrats? To drop your candidate right ahead of the election, snub the vice president, snub all the black voters who support her, and then pick some random no-name Democrat because he's a regular, harmless-looking white dude? I'm sorry, but it just doesn't make sense to me. I know everybody wants to be ahead of the curve. They're going to be the one who predicted that Joe Biden was going to drop out of the race 2 years ahead of when it happened. As cool as that might be, I just can't rationalize it. The political calculus seems, frankly, idiotic, especially when you consider how badly Joe Biden's doing with black voters, and by the way, it continues to get worse.
There was a poll out today, a poll of African-American women showing a 31-point drop in support from 2020 to 2024 in terms of plans to vote for President Biden.
Yeah, snubbing your vice president, who's supposedly this historic figure, the first female black vice president in American history, doesn't exactly seem like a good play. And what's the other option? Going with Kamala Harris? Well, also probably not a good idea, considering some of the latest polls have her down by 10 points in some of the most important swing states. Look at this. She's obviously not the candidate. The way I see it is the way I've seen it for a while now. Democrats had the option to replace Joe Biden. That was like 8 months to a
Yeah, like nobody really want to see Kamala Harris because she not gonna do nothing. Like she just bounce around and climb the ladder, you know, like these IG thoughts. Like, you know what I mean? That's what she do. She climb the ladder and do that. You know what I mean? And she bounce around and bounce around. If you get what I'm saying, like if you put two to two together, like, you know what I mean? I don't want to get too graphic, but I mean, but you'd be surprised. Like people would do anything just to move up in a higher position at a job. Like they do anything, even if it means against their morals. Like that's how you know. Like
Year ago. That's when they had the option. Now it's obviously too late. Even if they could do it, the question is, should they do it? And also another question that should be asked is, can they do it? Is Joe Biden going to accept stepping down? Again, doesn't exactly seem in his character. And after all the reports and speculation that supposedly he was stepping down, it seems the Biden White House is countering the claims. Biden drops a new statement hinting that he's not dropping out anytime soon. His biggest fan and favorite shill, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is also leaping to his defense in her typical TikTok vlog style.
The president is old. The president is very old. Donald Trump is also very old and a racist and a neo-Nazi. There is no safe option. If you are the kind of politician that genuinely wants to be president of the United States, a lot of those folks don't want that. They don't want to be shooed in 8 weeks before an election starts. Because let me tell you something. People think this election is in November. The convention is in 4 weeks, and early ballots go out. The first early ballots in this country go out 4 weeks after that. This election is not in November. It's in September. My community does not have the luxury of accepting loss in July of an election year.
Yada, yada, yada. We can't replace Joe Biden and something about neo-Nazi.
I'm thinking the same exact thing, man. Like what the hell are you talking about? Like what the hell? Like you try to sound like a damn genius, and then it's like you try to pivot back on what you were saying. Like, oh, they both old. The Trump is a racist. Like man, Biden, what did Biden do? Like everything went up because of Biden. You know what I mean? If you're not slow, like you could see that. Like you could see that. Like everything went up. Gas prices, everything. The inflation went up because of Biden. You know what I mean? Like come on, like Biden. Like, ain't I heard like he failed or something like that? Like he could barely stand up. Like I would be surprised if he could even wipe his own ass at times. Like. If we just being real, like
I don't know. You know what it feels like is less that Joe Biden is willing to step down and more like Democrats are trying to force him to step down. You know, there's a word for that. It feels more like a coup. And again, I will state, I don't think coups are necessarily inspiring confidence in the voter. I don't think last-minute desperate coups against your presidential candidate is how you convince people that you got everything under control. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. As per usual with these things, it's hard to predict. I guess we'll just have to see. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, friends, and I'll see you on the next one.
yeah, man, he got a good point. But like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about this whole situation. I mean, I don't feel like we're gonna end up seeing Kamala Harris, Biden. I don't feel like we're gonna see them in office. I feel like Trump really got a good chance. I mean, I feel like he gonna end up back in office. I mean, 2024 Trump campaign, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what we gonna end up seeing. But y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'm out.